Christopher, thank you so much. Well, Save Our Seabirds is a lush outdoor facility right on the water on City Island in Sarasota, home to several hundred injured birds that can't survive on their own. Well, Hurricane Irma blasted through that facility, leaving some tremendous damage behind. As ABC7's Linda Carson shows us, they're now asking for help in that cleanup.
Hurricane Irma really left her mark on Save Our Seabirds.
And so we've got trees down, we've got branches down, we've got broken habitats, we've got torn screens, we've got blown out siding, so quite a bit of damage, quite a bit of debris.
And uprooted trees.
And especially this monster over here, which toppled over this big banyan tree, which was a beautiful centerpiece of our facility and now is part of this habitat over here.
That habitat consisted of 3 cages. The tree really ripped them apart. The birds that were inside the cages are fine, but they had to be moved elsewhere. And when the hurricane pulled the huge old tree up by its roots, it also pulled up the sidewalk pavers. And it damaged the high structure that allows injured birds to learn to fly again.
With the wind gusting in, some wind blew into our mew over here and blew out the door. And so a couple of birds escaped, unfortunately, but we've had that happen occasionally before where birds have slipped out, and sometimes they come back because they know they're really well cared for here.
And along with all this cleanup work, the hurricane also left behind a lot of injured birds that'll need help.
But after a storm, we usually do get calls about birds that have been battered by the storm. You know, they're out trying to forage, they're trying to feed, and trying to nest, and they get battered around. But
so they're asking the public for help.
We could really use some amateur or professional lumberjacks who could come out and help to clear some of these trees out of here and branches. We could use some carpentry help if anyone is available, some lumber, some screening, things like that.
If you can help, call 388-3010. It's a very worthy cause. Save Our Seabirds gets about 4,000 calls a year for injured birds. They have 125 birds that live here full-time because they're not able to be released into the wild, and they have another 125 or so in the hospital. They are closed to the public for the next couple of days for cleanup, but they're still accepting injured birds. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.